Nestled at the foot of the Aravalli Range in Rajasthan, India, stands the ancient Bhangarh Fort. Built in the 17th century by Raja Madho Singh, brother of the great Mughal general Man Singh, this fortress was meant to be a symbol of power and prosperity. However, Bhangarh is now shrouded in tales of mystery and horror, believed to be cursed and haunted, its name whispered in fearful reverence across the land. Legend has it that Bhangarh's curse began with a beautiful princess named Ratnavati, famed for her beauty and grace. Her elegance attracted many suitors, but none could win her heart. Among those enchanted by her was a powerful wizard named Singhia, notorious for his dark arts. He fell hopelessly in love with the princess, but knowing she would never accept him willingly, he resorted to sorcery. One day, as Ratnavati's maid was buying scented oil in the marketplace, Singhia enchanted the oil with a potent love spell. The moment the princess would use it, she would be bound to him. However, Ratnavati sensed the dark magic, and in a bid to save herself, she poured the oil onto a large boulder. The stone, now bewitched, rolled towards Singhia and crushed him. With his dying breath, the wizard cursed Bhangarh, condemning the entire kingdom to destruction. Shortly after his death, a devastating war broke out between Bhangarh and a neighboring kingdom. In the ensuing battle, the entire population of Bhangarh, including Princess Ratnavati, was massacred. The once thriving fort became a ghost town, its grandeur fading into ruin and its name becoming synonymous with dread. Centuries have passed since the fall of Bhangarh, yet the curse remains unbroken. Locals claim that the spirits of those who perished continue to haunt the fort. Stories of eerie sounds, ghostly apparitions, and inexplicable events abound, making Bhangarh one of the most haunted places in India. So terrifying is its reputation that entry to the fort is prohibited after sunset and before sunrise by the Archaeological Survey of India. One such chilling tale involves a group of friends who decided to explore the fort after dark. Driven by a mixture of curiosity and bravado, they sneaked into Bhangarh one moonless night, armed with torches and cameras. The fort, bathed in shadows, loomed ominously against the starless sky. As they ventured deeper into the ruins, an unsettling silence enveloped them, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. As they wandered through the labyrinthine corridors, strange occurrences began to unsettle them. Faint whispers echoed through the air, though no one was around. Shadows danced on the walls, flickering ominously in their torchlight. Determined to find the source of the legends, they pressed on, their courage wavering with each step. Reaching the heart of the fort, they found themselves in a grand hall, once a throne room, now a desolate shell. In the center of the room stood a cracked and weathered throne. One of the friends, Ravi, dared to sit on it, mocking the legends of the cursed princess. No sooner had he settled than a cold gust of wind swept through the hall, extinguishing their torches. Panic set in as they fumbled in the darkness, trying to relight their torches. Suddenly, the room was filled with a haunting melody, as if a ghostly presence was singing a lament. The friends huddled together, their hearts pounding in terror. In the dim light of their flickering torches, they saw a figure draped in flowing white robes standing by the throne. The apparition of a beautiful woman, her face sorrowful, stared at them. Her eyes, filled with an eternal sadness, seemed to pierce their very souls. It was Princess Ratnavati. With a mournful wail, she vanished, leaving behind an overwhelming sense of despair. The friends fled the fort, never looking back. The next morning, they found Ravi lying unconscious outside the fort's gates. When he awoke, he was a changed man, his hair turned white and his eyes haunted by visions of the cursed princess. He spoke of being trapped in a nightmarish realm, reliving the tragic fall of Bhangarh, unable to escape the sorrow of the princess's curse. Word of their ordeal spread quickly, reinforcing the fort's terrifying reputation. Bhangarh remains a place where the past and present intertwine, where the living and the dead coexist. The haunting of Bhangarh Fort continues, a testament to the power of a curse born of unrequited love and dark magic. Years passed, and the legend of Bhangarh only grew stronger. Scholars, paranormal investigators, and thrill-seekers from around the world were drawn to the fort, each hoping to uncover the truth behind its haunting. One particularly curious group, led by Dr. Arjun Mehta, an esteemed historian with a passion for the supernatural, decided to delve into the mysteries of Bhangarh. Dr. Mehta and his team, consisting of his assistant Aditi, tech expert Vikram, and cameraman Sanjay, arrived at the fort just before sunset, equipped with advanced paranormal detection equipment and a firm resolve. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the ancient stones, they prepared to face the unknown. Their first stop was the marketplace, where the curse had originated. Dr. Mehta examined the remnants of the ancient stalls, his fingers tracing the faded engravings on the walls. "This is where it all began," he murmured, his voice tinged with both excitement and apprehension. "Singhia's curse took root here, and it's here that we might find answers." As night fell, the group set up their equipment, hoping to capture any paranormal activity. The air grew colder, and a thick mist began to seep through the ruins, shrouding the fort in an eerie veil. The faint sound of music, reminiscent of the haunting melody they had read about, drifted through the air. Vikram's sensors picked up unusual energy readings, and the atmosphere grew heavy with anticipation. Suddenly, Aditi let out a startled cry. The ghostly figure of a woman had appeared before her, her eyes filled with an overwhelming sadness. It was Princess Ratnavati, her ethereal form shimmering in the moonlight. She beckoned to Aditi, her silent plea for help clear in her sorrowful gaze. The team followed the apparition as it led them deeper into the fort, through dark corridors and crumbling passageways, until they reached a hidden chamber. Inside, they found an ancient manuscript, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and spells. "Doctor." Mehta's eyes widened in recognition. "This is Singhia's grimoire," he whispered, "the source of his dark powers." As they pored over the text, they discovered the key to breaking the curse. Singhia's spell could be reversed, but only if performed with pure intentions and a heart free of malice. The team decided to perform the ritual, hoping to finally free the spirits trapped within Bhangarh. With trembling hands, Dr. Mehta began the incantation, his voice steady despite the fear gnawing at his insides. The ground beneath them trembled as the ancient magic was awakened. Ratnavati's spirit appeared once more, her form glowing with a brilliant light. As the spell reached its climax, a deafening roar filled the chamber, and the fort seemed to pulse with energy. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the noise ceased. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced by a sense of peace. Ratnavati's spirit smiled at the team, her eyes filled with gratitude before slowly fading away. The curse had been broken. The team emerged from the fort as dawn broke, the first rays of sunlight illuminating the ancient stones. The air was fresh, free of the malevolent energy that had once pervaded the place. Dr. Mehta and his team had not only uncovered the truth behind the legend, but had also brought an end to centuries of suffering.